Since 2008, over 100 citizen councils have been held in Austria, Germany, and the United States. This participation format has stood the test of its time in many different contexts. Political scientist Patricia Nunz researched worldwide for examples that have left a lasting impact on democracy in various places.
Then I came across Vorarlberg and was thrilled for a number of different reasons. One of them was there weren't just a few individual citizen councils with short-term effects. Instead, what I discovered there was an evolving culture of participation in the state of Vorarlberg.
Ich habe eine Partizipationskultur eigentlich schon in dem Land, in Vorarlberg, erlebt.
Politicians are often cautious in making unpopular decisions because they do not want to lose any votes.
Our experience is that citizens are usually much further along than politicians suspect. They exhibit a much greater willingness to accept unpopular measures, but they really need to be heard about the issue. And a decisive advantage of the Citizen Council is, of course, the legitimacy factor. For example, a mayor in a small town who had just conducted a Citizen Council in regard to redeveloping its town center said, the process saved him hours of discussion in the local council because the Citizen Council clearly recommended a specific approach.
Random selection ensures diversity. It is becoming increasingly clear that citizens have a different kind of knowledge than experts, politicians, or administrators.
In comparison to an expert panel, which is often composed of specialists from one discipline, a citizen council has an inter- and transdisciplinary approach. Thus, it is automatically more grounded in reality.
Well, I think they're often closer to the problems. This doesn't mean that the experts don't have any legitimacy. They also have a certain kind of knowledge, but it's a specific kind of knowledge. Citizens know other things. We call it local knowledge or indigenous, experiential knowledge. We have different names for it. If we don't really go into the problem areas, the best concepts and ideas aren't really grounded. And that is what public participation is all about for me.
We in politics and administrations are like everybody else. We work in a certain bubble. But ultimately, we need to grasp the many dimensions, the bigger picture of a subject.
When there is a complex situation with different interests at stake, the Citizen Council can more easily set a change in motion.
The more controversial and hotter the issue is, including for the politicians, the better a Citizen Council works. We see it on the one hand by how many people are willing to participate. The response rate to our invitations is much higher. And of course then, when politicians pick up the results and work with them.
Citizens in Europe and in some other parts of the world are increasingly involved with public issues. Successful public participation revives democracy. It is a matter of experience and also attitude.
Man kann hier politisch mitgestalten.
You can co-create innovations in the political field without having to get involved with what people see as the shadow sides of politics. This kind of engagement provides a really positive experience of how decisions are made and how opinions are formed.
On a national level, the crucial factor from my point of view is who is the convener? Who is the one saying he or she really wants this and that and is fully committed to the process from its start to the very end? This person and their team have ownership and ensure that the results are fed into the political process.
Sich in den politischen Prozess einspeisen.
I believe that the requirements for running a citizen council are quite low, and at the same time they are very high. You need to be willing to give up control. Anyone who wants to control the process, who wants to know from the beginning what kind of results will emerge, is not well advised to initiate a wisdom council.
der ist nicht gut beraten, Bürgerräte zu initiieren.
When it comes to lasting and sustainable solutions, to get people to think, to encourage them to collaborate and to co-create solutions, then you can't get those outcomes easily without citizen councils or similar processes.
Der kommt an den Bürgerräten oder an ähnlichen Verfahren wahrscheinlich gar nicht so leicht vorbei.